tell me another name for mean? Be a grade?
Average.
Average, very good. How do we find the mean? Nico?
You add up all the numbers and then you divide by the numbers.
Okay. So we add up all our numbers that are given in our data set, and then we divide by the number of numbers. How do we find the median? Deshita? Okay, so we're looking for the middle number in median, right? So we're arranging from least to greatest and then work our way in until we either have one number, which is our median, or two numbers, which Deshita said, we add together and then divide by 2, and that is our median. How do we find the mode? What is the mode? Delara?
The number that appears the most.
It is the number that occurs most often in our set. How do we find range? Range. Today?
The biggest numbers, right, subtracted by the smallest.
Okay. So we take the largest number in our data set and the smallest number when we subtract, right? And that is our range. So for example, if we had 20 was our largest number and 5 was our smallest number, what would our range be? 15. Very good. Okay. So for this activity, I want you to go ahead and open up your M&Ms and put them in your cup. Empty them all into your cup. Yes. 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 Difference means it's subtracted. Difference is subtracted. Okay. So you have this sheet, the M&Ms of math. Okay. You are number 1. You are the first person in the table. What you're going to do is you also have a napkin. You are going to separate your colors of M&Ms, right? And then, for example, if I separate my colors and I have 5 red, 7 blue, 3 green, I'm going to write that under each thing, right? So I would write 5 for red, 7 for blue, and 3 for green, and so on. So do that now. Yes.
This is okay, thank you.
Okay.
Miss, we also divide it.
Yes. Once you have separated them, count them and write it on your paper. Celine, you have a bunch of yellow. Count in your head, please, so you don't disturb anyone else. looking at red first, because that's your first name, right? So, okay, so put the number 5. How many for blue? Okay, how many for green? Yellow. Brown. And orange. Okay. Okay. So now, what you are going to do is find a friend, so a partner, whoever you're sitting next to or whatever, and you're gonna write them down for number 2. What's their information for number 2? So write their name and then their numbers of red, blue, green, yellow, brown, and orange. Okay? We have one. It's okay, Nico. You can choose Delara too. You can do. But since we have an odd number, it's fine. Delara, you can tell Nico your numbers.
9, 11, 6, 9, 6, 10, 6, 9, 15.
Okay. So the next thing is, has everyone written that down? Okay. Just another second. Today you do not need your calculator yet. Okay, we're good? Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do for number 1 is list the combined scores for you and your friend in order from least to greatest. So if I had, mine was 4 and 6 and 7 and 10 and 11 and so on. And then Celine's was 8 and 9 and 4 and 3 and 12, right? So I'm gonna do both of them. I'm gonna start with from least to greatest. So in this case, it would be 3, then 4, then 4 again, then 6, 7, and so on, right? So do that now on number 1. Okay. So you're gonna order yours and Abby's from least to greatest. So what's the smallest number you have up here? 4, right? So, no, just write 4. Number 1. Okay. Then what's the next smallest number? Number 5. Then you have a,
Order them from least to greatest.
then you have 7.
Both of them.
Then you have another 8. Then you have a 10. Then you have what? 7.
Yeah, you don't add them.
Just put
It doesn't matter if they're with the right color.
What's the question? Not doing anything yet. Did you list them from least to greatest? You're just looking at your numbers. Number 1, what's your smallest number up here? 5, right? So write a 5. What's your next smallest number? Mhm. Nope. No. What's wrong? How many 7s do you have? 3. You have 3 7s. our data set? Okay, so now what we're going to do is number 2, what is the mean? So we are going to find the mean for our data set. So we're going to take all the numbers for number 1 and do what?
Add it up.
We're going to add them and divide by the number of numbers. Number 1. So you're going to add 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 8. Okay? You added all those numbers, okay? You're going to count your numbers. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 numbers. So we're going to divide that number by 12. Just about it. Okay, so okay, once you find your mean, write it on number 2. I wouldn't carry it past tenths place, so 1 decimal place. Alright? What is that? Yes, so just write 8 plus 3. 8 plus 7 be your mean.
It's you. You got it right. She said, is your answer 8.5?
Okay, so write that as your mean. Alright.
This one we all have the same answer.
Are they the same number of MS?
Not necessarily. You should have the same mean as whoever your partner is, though, right? But Nico, that doesn't necessarily mean you would, because Delora, it would.
Let's do it in number 3.
Okay, hold on. So then, for number 3, what is the median? So you are going to look at your data set from number 1 and find your median. Work your way to the middle, and if we happen to have 2 middle numbers, what do we do? Add them and divide by 2. Okay? So you're gonna work. Two numbers is good the same number. So that is your
Yep.
Our other students want the M&Ms too. Okay, so now you have found your median, hopefully. Anyone still working on that? No? You are, Jacob? Okay. Okay. Middle. So add 8 plus 9, divide by 2. Okay. Good. Next. what is the mode? What is the mode in your data set? So look at number 1, and let's see what number do you have that occurs most often in that set.
What if there's two?
If there's 2, what do we do?
Right.
They're both the mode. Can't believe you guys forgot that. If you don't have a number that occurs twice, what is the mode? You don't have one. Okay, for number 5. Number 5, we're going to find the range. What is the range of your data set? Right, so look at number 1, take your largest number and subtract your smallest number. And that is your range. Now, first, yes. Okay, now, down at the bottom you see the other table that is, that shows number 3 and number 4. So what you have to do for these is get 2 other classmates. So for Nico, he might get Kashita and Jacob. He's gonna write down their information, just like he did before. Then, he's going to list the combined scores for all 4 of them, right? So you have to look at both data sets and combine them from least to greatest, okay? So find 2 other people now.
Can you give me the rest? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You just need 2 of them.
You're not single, Miss, nobody else is single.
It doesn't matter. You find whoever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they've been in another group or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, you need one more person. Nico, you have yours, so you can go ahead and start on this number 1. The numbers for, no, because we have other things.
Okay,
So you need to
so
look at
what
both.
numbers? Red? So now you're gonna look at both. Okay, look up here, you have 4. Down here you have 4 too. So you have 4, 4. And you have 5 up here, and you have 5. Another 5 down here, so you have 5, 4, 4, 5. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to go from both, yes. But you have to include both. Yes, all 4 people. No, it says you and the 3 others. You have to include yourself. So same thing, but you look at both tables. Yes, all 3. So you're looking at this table and this table. So up here you had 4, 4, right? And down here you have another 4, yes. So 4, 4, 4, right? Up here you do not have a 5, so brings up a point though. When would we use this?
When I go to high school.
Actually, no, Celine.
Okay.
Because you
Math
have
test
it
day.
for every single grade. 6, 7, 8, and so on. You would use it in math testing, they will absolutely ask it, but I mean, in real life, we use mean quite a bit. We absolutely do. As teachers, we use it every single, 6 weeks.
great.
Yeah.
It's for our report cards.
It's a
But
great-
you do it for other things too. If you want to create a budget, for when you get older and you have a household and you want to try to create a budget and you try to see, okay, how much did I roughly spend? So you take your, say you have 4 grocery bills or 6 grocery bills for the month, and you're going to average them or find the mean to try to get an idea. So this is something that you do use in real life. Okay, so for this one, right, you're gonna look up here. Okay, up here you have 4. You have
Minus
each
each
block is 4, so that's 4, 4. Okay, and then you have 5. There's a 4, 5. You have 5 down here, so you go over to 6. Actually, you have 3, 6. So if you go over 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6.
Oh my gosh.
And so on, that's what that goes to, you copy them down.
Don't let that shut up.
So you go ahead and do that. Okay. How many of you are still working on number 1? How many of you are still not working on number 1? Okay, I'll give you another minute and then we're gonna move on.
We weren't supposed to.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to move on.
Come on.
Go, go, go.
I got this for my
No.
Oh, I just.
Let's go out.
Yeah, but when you finish,
I am finished.
no, you have to like the whole thing.
This is not enough. You don't have everything listed, so you
Yeah.
don't have everything for here listed. You're missing your 18. It's you and a group of 3.
Alright.
So it's this, all of this information plus this.
You're not
You
supposed to
have to
continue.
make certain on number 1 at the bottom that you have 24 numbers, 12 from the top and 12 from the bottom.
I don't get it. What were you saying?
What is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Well, you won't have, exactly, you could not have, but, no, you should still have, yeah. Oh, yes, that was it.
Do we do number 2?
Not yet. So 24, make certain you have 24 numbers, that's the first thing. Okay, Celine. You have a 4. Number 10 up here, so your information's over here. The 4, you have a 7, a 7.
I'm okay with it, but I just don't want.
An 8, a 9, Okay, so 5 eighths. Nine, 7 and 9. And 10 up there, did you have one? 2 here, so that's good. 11. 11. You have 2 13s and a 14 that you need to include in the good. Okay, we got Celine straightened out. Everyone else good? Okay, now we're gonna move on to number 2. What is the mean? So you're taking from the bottom one, the one that you just did, that has all the numbers, right? That has the 24 numbers. You're gonna add them and then divide by 24. So go ahead and do that. Add them up, divide by 24, and write down your mean for number 2. Bless you.
Less.
Okay, once you have your mean, move on to number 3. What is the median? And it's the same thing. You're looking at the bottom number, the one that you just did, and find the middle number. If you happen to run into 2 middle numbers, add them and divide by 2. Once you find the median, you may move on to number 4. What is the mode? What number occurs most often in that set?
Miss, can we also look at range?
Yes, you may go ahead and do your range as well.
I think that's it.
You have 4, 5, 6, majority of you are done. That concludes this lesson, so you guys can go ahead and eat your M&Ms. Eat and enjoy.